Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode. So this time we're actually working on the Acura MDX. Now with this car, I don't want to modify it. I don't want to do anything crazy. It's just a daily driver that I want to keep looking new. Now it's a 3-year-old car, so in my opinion, it's brand new, which is why at this state of the car, I really want to protect it because it's kind of like an investment, you know? It's brand new, so I want to lock in that finish and keep it looking good. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do a nice maintenance detail on your car. Now you'd want to do this more so on like a bi-monthly basis. It really depends on how you drive, but I tend to wash my cars every few months. If you protect it with a nice wax or ceramic coating, you're really not gonna have to wash it that often. So let's go ahead and get into the video so I can show you guys exactly my method to doing a maintenance wash. So I first want to provide some background info and clarify what exactly I mean when I say maintenance wash. All the information I'm going to be going over will apply to those who are particular about their cars and want to keep them looking as new as possible. When I say maintenance, that means you're doing the same amount of work on set intervals. So for example, you would perform the wash once a month. This of course changes depending on your driving conditions, but the actual washing process remains the same. Let's say you just bought a used car with regular wear and tear such as minor swirls, water spots, scratches, etc. The very first wash you do to this car would be a paint correction followed by a wax, sealant, or ceramic coating. The idea here is that you would correct the finish of the car back to new or even better than new condition. Let me know if you all want a video on how to do that, because in this video I'm going to be going over pretty much everything that happens after the extensive detail, where you want to wash the car in the safest way possible, reducing the chances of scratching the car. So before you comment saying I'm washing an already clean car, the idea with maintenance washes is that you do it just in time to prevent the car's finish from getting messed up from rain, dirt, etc. that could etch into the paint. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm using a 2-bucket method, which means I have soap in one bucket and water in the other. Make sure you're using automotive soap because using dish soap is too strong for the finish of the car. Plus, the benefit of using high quality soap is that it has neutralizers in it, which will reduce the chances of getting water spots. Both buckets have grit guards inside of them. A grit guard is this piece that goes into the bottom of your bucket to trap dirt and reduce the chances of it going back into your washment and ultimately scratching the car. You can also rub the washment on it and it will clean it off very well. I'm using multiple washments as I don't want to oversoil one where I could potentially be dragging the dirt from the washment that it's picking up back onto the car. Next, I'm preparing the foam cannon and pressure washer. If you don't have a pressure washer, that's fine. You can use a foam gun, which provides essentially the same purpose. It's just not going to spit out as much foam as a cannon could, and it may take a little bit more elbow grease. Always start with the wheels and tires of the car. An effective way of preventing water spots is to reduce the amount of time that the water actually sits on the car. So while the car is still dry, go ahead and knock out the wheels and tires. I first spray it down with the foam cannon. Then I let it sit for about a minute. After that, I'll spray the wheel and tire cleaner on. Use a different brush for the tires and for the wheels. Use a smaller brush to get into the details like the lug nuts and valve stem. If you're as crazy as me, you can even hit the barrel of the wheel. Make sure you get the fender liner as well. If you leave these untouched, they would dry to a brown color, which of course doesn't look good at all. I have found that the wheel and tire cleaner does a great job at cleaning the fender liner as well. After cleaning all of the wheels, it's time to rinse off the car. I like to take my time when rinsing off the car because the more dirt you can rinse off, the less dirt there is between the paint and the washment. It sounds very obvious, but you'd be surprised at how important it is. Spray it down with the foam cannon. From my experience, the foam isn't going to do much of the cleaning, it's more so there just for lubrication. So after spraying it down with foam, immediately start washing it. The more foam, the more lubricated the surface will be, so you don't want to let the foam run off too quickly. Washing is pretty straightforward. Don't apply pressure and let the washment do the work for you. Always work from the top to the bottom. I like to go about 1 to 2 panels in between rinsing the washment. The front bumper, side mirrors, and windshield will have bugs, so I would do these last. You can use a soft pad to remove the bugs, just be careful and don't apply too much pressure. Once you've finished washing the car, simply rinse it off. Make sure you are thorough once again when rinsing it off so you can get all the remaining soap off. Now it's time to dry the car. Most swirls and scratches on a car come from improper drying. When you wash the car, it's highly lubricated with soap, but once it's just water, there's nothing to lubricate it. Use a damp microfiber towel with detail spray to ensure that you aren't dry wiping the car. You'll actually find it's easier to dry the car this way rather than just using a dry towel with no detail spray, because microfiber towels are designed to work most efficiently when they are damp. Follow behind with a plush microfiber towel to buff off the remaining detail spray. Once the car is dried, hit the door jambs and wheels with the same method. From here, you can also apply wax onto the paint and tire dressing. That's pretty much everything I do in a maintenance wash. You don't have to do it this exact way, but this is just my way, so I wanted to share it with you all. So as you can see, the car just turned out amazing. For being a really simple wash, now it is kind of extensive, but for the most part, once you do it a few times, it becomes very simple and it's not that difficult to do. So I think the car just looks absolutely amazing, and to keep it looking like this on like a monthly basis, I think is a very good idea. So it just kind of keeps the car looking brand new. But for now, if you enjoyed the video and want to see many more just like it, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.